Guys, so as you guys can see today I don't have any makeup on. It's because I'm filming another very exciting video on a new product that's gonna hit Sephora stores, I believe June 15th. I think that's tomorrow. Is that tomorrow? Yeah, so it's tomorrow, Wednesday, June 15th. So I don't know about you guys, but one of my life goals is to be as glowy as possible. Like, from every angle, I want to be glowy. I want everyone to see my face and be like, oh my God, like she's so glowy. Like that is one of my biggest goals in my life. So fortunately, Cover FX has come out with a new product called Custom Enhancer Drops. And I have two of them right here. I have the shades Candlelight and Sunlight. So I'm just gonna go on the Sephora app and tell you guys exactly what they are. So here, Cover FX says it's a formula to bring a highlighting, strobing, or bronzing effect to your favorite beauty products or to use alone for a glowy look. It also says you could add these drops to your favorite foundation, primer, moisturizer, or serum. So it comes in 6 universal shades, 4 illuminators, and 2 bronzers. And it also says these custom enhancer drops were formulated with a high concentration of pearls that produce a lit from within glow without appearing too glittery or overdone. So the more drops you use, the more luminous you'll appear. And it also says that it will provide you with a nice camera-ready radiant finish. And looking at the Sephora app here, there's 13 reviews and they're literally all 5 stars. So I think I'm really gonna like this product. So the 4 illuminators are called Moonlight, Candlelight, Celestial, and Sunlight. And then the 2 bronzers are Sunkissed and Sunset. So these go for $52 Canadian, and I am a struggling student, so I got 2. So I spent $100 on these custom enhancer drops, and there are 0.5 fluid ounces, 15 milliliters. So I just want to give you guys a heads up. This is not a tutorial because I don't know how I'm gonna use these. I'm just gonna mix them in my foundation for you guys and see how that goes. So yeah, if this doesn't turn out well, don't get mad at me. So like I said before, I have Candlelight and Sunlight here. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to, I think, mix both of these or one of these, or I'm not sure. I'm gonna mix them with 3 different formulas of foundation. I'm gonna use a thinner foundation like I usually do on the center of my face, and then a thicker one on one side and then more glowy one on the other side of my face, so you guys can see how these mix with 3 different types, which I think is a really good idea. Okay, up close and personal. So these come in a nice metallic bronzy box, and I'm gonna swatch them for you guys. Alrighty, so here's what they look like. I'm gonna shake them. So the first one I'm gonna swatch for you guys is Sunlight. I'm gonna open it up, and it comes with a little dropper. Holy. I can already tell this product will last me for like the rest of my life. I just did 1 little drop here. I'm just gonna blend it out with my finger. Okay, so this one right here is Sunlight. It looks more, it almost looks like a little pink on my skin tone. And I have a very like olive yellow undertone. To me, this is looking a little pink. On camera, it looks pretty almost silver. I'm just gonna swatch this on the inside of my wrist just to see if it looks any different. When you drop it, it looks a little more golden, and then when you blend it out, okay, now this looks more golden. They're blending really, really, really nicely. So I just swatched it on my wrist. So on the inside of my wrist here, it definitely looks more golden, I'd say. And on the back of my hand, it looks some more silver. So that's interesting. I think this is the one that I'm gonna use to mix in with my foundation. But as you guys can see, they're blending out really, really nicely. So next I'm gonna swatch Candlelight for you guys. So this one looks really, really, really bronzy. So I'm gonna swatch this on the back of my hand. Oh my gosh. These are so extremely pigmented, holy. Oh my gosh, okay. So I can already tell this is extremely, extremely red. You guys can see how red that is. on my skin. So maybe I'll use this around the outside of my face, very, very sparingly. So that's on the back of my hand. Let's do the inside of my wrist here again. And here it is on the back of my wrist. And this one is Sunlight, and then this is Candlelight. So if you're someone with a deeper complexion, I think Candlelight will be really, really nice for you to like mix with your foundation or moisturizer or whatever. Okay, so now I'm gonna start mixing these in with my foundation. First, I'm gonna start off by priming my face. I just want to let you guys know I am gonna be using 3 primers and be using 3 foundations as well. I'm just like so extra. I'm just so extra when it comes to my makeup. Anyways, so you definitely don't have to follow these steps. Like I said, this isn't a tutorial because I don't know how this is gonna work out. So first I'm gonna use my BECCA Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector on the areas of my face that I get the most oily. Then I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer and just put it on the very top of my nose just to smooth out those pores. Then I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced Hangover Primer. I love this primer so much, it's so hydrating. It just feels like you're rubbing lotion into your skin. I have to stop looking in the viewfinder, I always do that. I'm still like not used to filming. Okay, so I've decided that I'm gonna mix all my foundations with Sunlight because Candlelight would make my skin way too bronzy and my whole face would be like red. So yeah, I'm gonna mix my foundations with Sunlight, and the first one I'm gonna use is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. I'm just gonna do around 1 drop of this on the back of my hand. And then I'm gonna take Sunlight and do 1 drop as well. Okay, maybe I'll do 2. So this is what it looks like with 2 drops of Sunlight and the Naked Skin, the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. I'm just gonna dot that in the center of my face like I normally do. And I'm just gonna buff this in with a Sephora buffing brush. Oh my gosh, okay. This is gonna turn into like the highlight challenge. That's okay. So I can tell right off the bat, these drops definitely work. Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation is a really thin foundation. And if you guys use it with this foundation, you probably only need around 1 drop. So right off the bat, I'm looking really glowy. My camera just died. Oh my gosh, so I'm so sorry if that last part just randomly, I don't know where I left off. So good thing is I let it charge for 40 minutes, so hopefully it doesn't die again. But the center of my face where I applied the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation with Sunlight, it still looks really nice and glowy. Normally you wouldn't want the center of your face to really look too glowy, but whatever, I did it anyway. So next I'm going to use my BECCA Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. This foundation is absolutely amazing. It has a matte finish in my opinion, and it's really thick. Really, really thick. So I'm just gonna do, I haven't even like really used this. I've just been using the samples. Oh my gosh. Okay. As I was saying, I've just been using the samples, so that's why I'm just using a new bottle here. So I took around 1 pump of that. Doesn't really look like 1 pump because I just made a mess. So this is, right here is the BECCA Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream without the drops in it. This is the same foundation with the drops in it, the Sunlight drops. So you guys can see how luminous that made the foundation. And I guess it changed the color a bit, and that's with 2 drops. So this is the foundation with 2 drops of Sunlight in it, and then I'm just gonna dot it on my face. Okay, I used way too much, but. And I'm just gonna buff that in with the Sephora buffing brush. So as I was saying before, this foundation is really, really thick. I'd say the drops change the consistency just a little bit. It feels a little more thin on my face. I don't wanna put like 5 drops in and see what happens. Not today. I'll do that another day. Okay, so this is the right side of my face with the BECCA Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream and the Cover FX Enhancer drops in Sunlight. No makeup, and then makeup with the drops. It looks nice and glowy. I really like it. I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Sand. So this is the more luminous foundation I wanted to show you guys. So this is it here without the drops. And then this is the foundation with 2 drops of Sunlight in it. So with this foundation, it really drastically changed the color in my opinion, but it's obviously way more luminous. So I'm gonna put this on my face because for my other two foundations, I used 2 drops, so we'll see how this looks. And this time I'm just gonna use a damp beauty blender to blend out the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. So I am looking super duper glowy. The drops aren't really affecting the coverage, which is nice. Okay, so this is the left side of my face with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in Sand. It has a more luminous finish, so I feel like the drops aren't more effective, but they just build the luminosity, I guess. And then this is the right side of my face with the BECCA Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream in Olive. Yeah, in Olive. So as you guys can see, it's definitely not as luminous as the left side. It is a more thick mattifying foundation, but it's still pretty glowy, and it's definitely not like that without the custom enhancer drops in it. So what we have learned here, I think, if you guys want to use the drops mixed in with your foundation, think about what foundation you're using and use that to determine how many drops you want to apply in the foundation. I think, personally, I think 2 drops with the more thick mattifying foundation was okay. But with the BECCA Born This Way foundation, I think I only really needed 1 drop because I am really, really glowy. But I like being really, really glowy, so I don't know, I guess it depends how I feel. Okay, now so with Candlelight, this was the really darker, bronzy, reddish one. I think this will be really good for people who have more darker chocolate skin. I'm just gonna use this as a base for my bronzer, and I'm going to very, very lightly put this around the outside of my face. I think I'm gonna use a beauty blender. This is gonna be bad, I can feel it. So right now I'm just trying to focus on the hollows of my cheeks. Okay, that's not that bad. Ooh, okay. Okay, that's not that bad. I'm impressed. Wow, okay. As I mentioned before, I'm a poor, struggling university student. So again, Candlelight is one of the illuminators. It is not one of the bronzers. There's 2 bronzers, but I didn't get them because I didn't want to spend 200 or 150 bucks. Okay, so this is my foundation and bronzer done with Sunlight and Candlelight. Sunlight is mixed in with my foundation, and Candlelight I used as a base for my bronzer. And this is how it turned out. So now I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup off camera and then show you guys what it looks like at the end. Okay, boom. So I just finished my face with the rest of my makeup. So in my opinion, my face is still pretty glowy. So I used the RCMA No Color Powder to set my whole face. I also used the Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder just in my T-zone where my pores are the biggest and I'm the most oily, as well as on my forehead. I have BECCA Opal Highlight on the highest points of my face and NARS Orgasm Blush. Not doing anything exciting today whatsoever, so I just threw on some matte clear lip gloss, and I picked this up just this past weekend and I'm actually like obsessed with it. I'm not even a fan of like having glossy lips. I have a feeling that this MAC lip gloss is gonna make me a fan of having glossy lips. Anyways, overall, I think these are gonna be my new obsessions. I really, really loved using Sunlight to mix in with my foundation, and using Candlelight was such a nice base for my bronzer. I barely even had to apply any bronzer. These blend so easily, and I really, really like how you can gauge how much product you want to use. You can add 1 drop, 2 drops, 3 drops, whatever. And I really like how you can mix it with any product. These didn't really change the shade of my foundation. It didn't change the consistency. And I really like how if you have oily skin, you could use a more matte foundation and it's still glowy. Or if you feel like being super duper luminous, you can use a more luminous foundation like the Born This Way foundation, and you look even more dewy and more luminous. I'd say that the custom enhancer drops are definitely more luminous with the Urban Decay Naked Skin foundation, and I'm in the shade 5. Obviously you guys have seen that this is way too light for me now, but I still use it on the center of my face and I don't care at all. So yeah, the custom enhancer drops and Sunlight are definitely more noticeable using a thinner foundation, which makes sense. But yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed with these. I definitely want to go pick up one of the lighter highlight shades. to use as a base for my highlight, even to be even more like, like. The only thing I wish is that these were a bit more cheap. These were $52, but either way, I'm gonna go pick up a lighter one. All right, so that was it for my Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops review. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. In the comments below, tell me how you guys like the product. Tell me if you think it looked good, if it didn't look good, if you think I looked too glowy or not glowy enough. Tell me which one was your favorite. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome, so you guys would stay posted with all the videos I post. I kind of post randomly. Sometimes I'll post one video, sometimes I'll post 2 videos a week, and it's kind of on random days. I don't really have a schedule. I just film whenever I can. If you guys subscribe to my channel, you'll be notified whenever I post a video so you don't miss one. And you guys can follow me on my Instagram at Miss T Beauty and on my Snapchat at Miss TV Snaps. Bye. And it comes in 6 universal shades. So they come in 6 universal, okay, apparently I can't say that word, sweet. And I'm in the, why every time? I just wanna be able to be seen from like people in their grave. No, that's kind of dark.